Hi everyone, welcome to US Immigration Help channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about how to file the new version of Form I-864, which is Affidavit of Support. If you are new to this channel, my name is Liman and I make videos for a family-based immigration to simplify the immigration process and give you a confidence to go through your immigration journey by yourself. First of all, I am not an immigration attorney. I'm here to help you based on the information you have from USCIS website and also based on the instruction that comes with the Form I-864. If you found this video very helpful, please subscribe, share, hit notification bell, and give us a big like so YouTube can share the video with more people. So if you're ready, let's get started. If you want to know the version, just scroll down at the bottom of the page 1 and you will see the version. This is edition 10/17/2024 and this version will expire on October 31st, 2027. This is the latest version that USCIS released just a couple weeks ago. So for this top part right here, for USCIS use only, do not touch it. For the bottom part right here is for an attorney. If you used one, do not touch it as well. For us, we're gonna go straight to start here. Type or print in black ink. You can do both. You can type when you print it. You can add if you miss something with a black ink. But my advice, never correct anything that's been already typed. Now let's go to part 1, which is basis for filing affidavit of support. First question, I am the sponsor submitting this affidavit of support because selects only one box. But for this video, it's gonna be for a petitioner as a primary sponsor. So it's gonna be option 1A. I am the petitioner. I filed or I am filing for the immigration of my relatives. That's my option. I'm not going to go through other options. I will make a separate videos for those. Let's read this note right here. It is very important. As a sponsor, you must include proof of U.S. citizen, U.S. national status, or a lawful permanent resident status. Part 2, information about you, sponsor. First question, sponsors full legal name. Do not provide a nickname. Family name, it's Baker. Given name or first name is Liman. Middle name, if applicable, is NA, or you can leave it blank. Let's go to, we're still talking about part 2, information about you, sponsor. Question number 2, sponsors current mailing address. In care of name, Baker Liman, that's full name. Street number and name is 100 Robert Run. City or town, Indianapolis. State, Indiana. Zip code is 46254 and the country is USA. This automatically populated right here once you select the state. My advice, always make sure the country is USA is populated under country. Now let's go to question number 3. Is your current mailing address the same as your physical address? In my case is yes. If you answer no, you must provide it in item number 4. If different, of course, than above. Now let's go to question number 5, other information. Country of domicile, I live in the United States, USA. Question number 6, date of birth in the format month, day, year. January 1st, 1980. Country of birth is Morocco. U.S. Social Security number is required, of course. For learning purposes, we're gonna put just 11111. Immigration status, I'm a U.S. citizen by choice, which is naturalization. Sponsors, question number 10, sponsors A number. That's what people miss, a lot of people miss. Because A number, if you are a naturalized citizen, you have A number. If you are a U.S. citizen by birth, you don't have A number. So let's go right here. I'm going to show it to you. naturalization certificate. This is your A number right here from your naturalization certificate. Just copy it right here and paste it right here. USCIS online account, question number 11. USCIS online account number, if you have one. If you filed a petition before online, you will have one. And your receipt will start with IOE number. Let me show you one right here, just an example. This is for my spouse. This is a beneficiary area number right here. I'm sorry, we're talking about the USCIS online account. I'm sorry. This is right here, USCIS online account number. And you can see a receipt number right here. It starts with IOE number. Means you have a USCIS online account number. For a green card holder, this is your A number right here. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. If you are a green card holder. So, military service to be completed by petitioner sponsors only. So, I am currently on active duty in the United States Armed Forces or U.S. Coast Guard. In my case, is no. Now, let's go to part 3, which is information about the principal immigrant. Now, we are switching to the person you are sponsoring, called principal immigrant. Question number 1, principal immigrant for name, do not provide nickname. Family name, it's Bushi, that's last name. First name or given name, it's Busha. Middle name, NA, or leave it blank. 2, current mailing address, my spouse is still abroad. In care of name, it's Bushi Busha. Street number and name, 120 Hay El Masira. City or town is Kenifra. Province is Kenifra. Postal code is 54,000. Country, it's Morocco. Now let's go to other information. Question number 3. Country of citizenship or nationality, it's Morocco. Date of birth or format month, day and year is January 1st, 1990. Alien registration number, A number, if any. This is for my spouse since her petition it's already approved and she has A number. I just showed you a while ago. It's right here. Beneficiary alien number. If you have one, you will have it right here in your I-797 approved notice. Copy it from there and paste it in alien registration number. Here, it is a little bit confusing. This USCIS online account number, she does not have one. The one I showed you, it's for a petitioner or sponsor. Question number 7 is daytime telephone number. This is Moroccan telephone number, is 222-111-4444. Now, let's go to part 4, which is information about the immigrant you are sponsoring. Question number 1, I am sponsoring the principal immigrant named in part 3. Yes. That's the one that applied for me. I'm not going to talk about the other ones because they do not apply for me in this case. So we're going to go straight to part 5. Excuse me. Part 5 is sponsors household size. What I like about this new form, they made it very simple and clear. So do not count any member of your household more than once. Persons you are sponsoring in this affidavit. Enter question number 1. Enter the total number of immigrants you are sponsoring on this affidavit, which includes the principal immigrant listed in part 3, any immigrant listed in part 4, item numbers 4 to 7, and any additional sponsored immigrants you listed in part additional information. Do not count the principal immigrant if you are the only sponsoring family member entering more than 6 months after the principal immigrant. In my case, is one, just my wife, person on part 3. Persons not sponsored in this affidavit support, myself. Question number 3, if you are currently married, enter 1 if for your spouse. Note, enter 0 if you already counted your spouse in item number 1. Say, this is what was confusing. Now they make it clear. So now you should put 0 right here because the principal applicant it's your spouse. So now it should be 0 right here. Question number 4, if you have dependent children, enter the number here. So 0. 5. Question 5, if you have any other dependents, enter the total, enter the number here is 0. 6, if you have sponsored any other person on Form I-64 or Form I-64 Easy who are now a lawful permanent resident and you are still obligated to support, enter the number here. Enter 0 if you already counted this person in item number 1. So this is very, very important. If you sponsor someone before, you must enter them right here because you're still obligated about their support until they become a U.S. citizen. So, if, for example, if you sponsor someone and she or he is still a green card holder, you must enter it right here. In my case, 0. 7. If you have siblings, parents, or adult children with the same principal residence who are combining their income with yours by submitting Form I-64A, enter the number here. So if your income is not enough and you're using a household member that will file I-864A, you must enter it right here as well. So in my case, it's 0. 8, add together part 5, item number 1 to 7, and enter number here. It automatically will be added for you right here if you use Adobe. Now, let's go to part 6, sponsors, employment, and income. First question, I am employed as engineer. Question number 2, name of employers, called ATA. Incorporation. I do not have employer number 2. Question number 4, self-employed. I'm not self-employed. Retired since I'm still working. Question 6, unemployed since I'm employed, and my current individual annual income is $60,000 a year. So income you are using from any other person who was counted in your household size, including in a certain conditions. The intending immigrant, see Form I-64 instruction. Please indicate name, relationship, and income. You're gonna put it right here. So in my case, I did not use any other incomes. Part 6, sponsors, employment, and income. We're still talking right here about sponsor, employment, and income. So I'm not gonna use anything right here because I did not use any I-864A. Remarks. My current annual household income is going to be $60,000 because I use just my income. Question number 13. The people listed in item number 8 to 12 have completed Form I-64A. I am filing along with this affidavit all necessary Form I-64As completed by these people, so I'm not using it. 14. Question 14. One or more of the people listed in item number 8 to 11 do not need to complete Form I-64 because he or she is the Italian immigrant and has no accompanying dependents, so it does not apply for me either. Now let's go to federal tax return information. Question number 15. Have you filed a federal income tax return for each of 3 most recent tax years? In my case, is yes. You must read this. You must attach a photocopy or transcript of your federal income tax return for only the most recent tax years and complete item number 16A. If you believe additional returns may help you to establish your ability to maintain sufficient income, you might submit transcript or photocopies of your federal individual income tax return for the 3 most recent years and complete item number 16A to 16C. So, my total income, adjusted gross income on IRS Form 1040 Easy as reported on my federal income tax return for the most recent year was 16A. Most recent is 2024, is 60,000. 16B is second most recent year, is going to be 2023, is 55,000 right here. It's 55,000. I'm sorry, I am not. That's a huge number. It's 55,000. 16C, third most recent year is 2022, is 55,000. Question 17. I was not required to file a federal income tax return as my income was below the IRS required level, and I have attached evidence to support this. If you check this, you must support your evidence why you did not file your taxes. Here, you have to be under below the IRS required level. Part 7, use of assets to supplement income. You know, a lot of people sometimes their income is not enough and they use assets to supplement the income. In my case, I'm not going to use it. I have enough income. So, but if you do, just it is very simple. Just gotta enter the balance of your all cash saving and checking account, enter the net cash value of real estate holding, enter the net cash value for all stocks, bonds. You know, you gotta add this information right. In my case, I'm not going to use it, so I'm going to skip part 7. Now let's go to part 8, which is sponsors, contact information, certification, and signature. Read the penalties section of the Form I-864 instruction before completing this part. It's very important. Sponsors contract. Please note that by signing this Form I-864, you agree to assume certain specific obligation under the Immigration and Nationality Act and other federal laws. The following paragraphs describe those obligations. Please read the following information carefully before you sign Form I-864. If you do not understand the obligation, you might wish to consult an attorney or accredited representative. It is very important. As I mentioned, this is your obligation right. I'm going to go straight to obligations. When this obligation will end. So your obligation end under a Form I-864 that you sign will end if the person who becomes a lawful permanent resident based on the affidavit become a U.S. citizen, has worked or can receive credit of 40 quarters of coverage under the Social Security Act, no longer has a lawful permanent resident status and has departed the United States, is subject to removal but applies for and obtains in removal proceedings a new grant of adjustment of status based on a new affidavit to support if one is required or dies. You gotta remember this. You gotta remember that. They told you it's not right because a lot of people confused with this. Divorce does not terminate your obligation under Form I-864. Let's assume you bring your wife and you get divorced, but you still have the obligation for your divorced wife until she or he become a U.S. citizen or one of the above right here. It is very dangerous, but it is what it is. Now let's go to sponsors statement. Question number 1, sponsor statement regarding the interpreter. And okay, sponsor statement. Here I can read and understand English, and I have read and understand every question and instruction on this affidavit and my answer to every question. If you use interpreter, you must put the language right here used, and if you use the prepare, you must type the name of the prepare right here and complete part 10. If you use interpreter, you must complete part 9. So sponsors, contact information. Sponsors, daytime telephone number is 317-111-2222. Sponsors mobile telephone number, same one. And question number 5, sponsors email address is sb@gmail.com. Here we're going to go sponsor declaration and certification. I'm not going to go through that. Please read it. Date, question number 6, sponsor signature and date of signature in the format month, day, and year. List first dated is 3/10/2025, and for a signature, you must print it first, then sign it with a black ink. Do not use any other colors. It must be a black ink. If you use any other color, you will be rejected. So we did not, for part 9, we did not use interpreters. So it's going to be left blank, but if you use one, it is very simple. Just you fill the information right here for the interpreter. For the part 10 is for the prepare. If you use one, just you put the full name, and then you file this field right here for the prepare. And the most important for both is a signature. It must be signed with a black ink. For the additional page, make sure you have your A number right here and you have your family name and given name. But what happens sometimes, the Adobe does not transfer this information to part 11, which is additional information. So this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, share, hit the notification bell. Thank you, and see you next video.